Ancient scrolls often work on multiple levels. If you look past the surface of the ink, you find rhythmic patterns that act like a preview for events that wouldn't happen for centuries. Take the account of Jonah. Most of us know the story of a man swallowed by a massive fish after trying to run from his responsibilities. The text notes he remained inside that fish for 3 days and 3 nights. It's a specific window of time that anchors the entire event. Later, Jesus explicitly linked this duration to his own future, stating that Jonah's time in the dark was the blueprint for his own 3 days in the heart of the earth. Jonah is the most visible example of this pattern, but the same theme is buried in places you'd never expect, from an ancient spy mission to the life cycle of a tiny desert bug. In the ancient city of Jericho, a woman named Rahab risked everything to hide 2 spies during a city-wide manhunt. Her house was built directly into the city wall, which allowed her to lower the men through her window using a simple cord so they could slip away into the night. She told them to hide in the mountains for exactly 3 days. She knew the search parties would give up, allowing the spies to return home safely. When we look at the original Hebrew for that cord, the word is hebel. While it means rope, it's also a pun for sorrow or travail. For her rescue, the word changes to tikva. It means cord, but its secondary meaning is hope. Between the hebel of escape and the tikva of rescue is a 3-day wait. It maps the distance between the cross and the empty tomb. This linguistic shift suggests the story is doing more than reporting history. It is providing a timeline for a much larger narrative of redemption. This same pattern shows up in biology. While on the cross, Jesus quoted a psalm where he referred to himself as a worm. He was talking about the tola, a crimson worm that was the primary source of red dye in the ancient world. When the female tola is ready to give birth, she climbs a tree, specifically the holm oak. She attaches herself to the wood by piercing the bark, creating a hard, waxy shell to protect her body and her eggs. As the young hatch, they feed on the mother's body. She releases a deep scarlet dye that covers them and the wood, sacrificing her life for theirs. After she dies, a bright crimson spot remains permanently fixed to the branch. But this spot doesn't stay red forever. It stays on the wood for a very specific amount of time while it dries. After exactly 3 days, the crimson spot loses its color. It turns pure white and flakes off the branch like snow. By calling himself a worm, Jesus pointed to this natural cycle: a life given on wood, a covering of red, and a transformation into white after 3 days. This biological process mirrors the ancient promise that though a person's history might be as bright as scarlet, it can become as white as snow. We see this across 3 entirely different subjects: a prophet in the sea, a wordplay in a city wall, and the life of an insect. Each one follows the same movement from sacrifice and sorrow to life and hope, and they all pivot on that 3-day mark. Language, nature, and ancient accounts all align to tell this story through the same narrow window of time. It suggests that if we look closely enough at the world around us, we might find that even the smallest details were designed to point toward a much larger truth.